Hey, it's Mr. Bass. I want to talk to you today about one of my absolute favorite products. I am pretty particular about my bags, whether it's tackle bags or coolers or luggage. I'm pretty picky when it comes to bags. And when it comes to keeping my drinks and my food cold out on the water, I'm super picky. And so I have tried a plethora, a multitude of different cooler products, and by far, hands down, this little bad boy right here is my absolute favorite cooler for fishing out on the water, whether it's out on my boat or out on my kayak, on the bank fishing. I love this thing. And I wasn't sure how much I would like it when I bought it. One thing I will say off the top, just like all Yeti products, it's pricey. It's probably the most expensive cooler you're going to find in comparison. It's $250. This is the Yeti Hopper Flip 12. They call it the ultimate day cooler, and I really think it is the ultimate day cooler. I totally agree with them. Now, I made the mistake of buying a smaller one, not a Yeti, but a competing brand, because I thought I don't need something this big to be out on the water every day. And I soon realized I absolutely need something this big. This is the smallest cooler I would dare take out on my kayak. It's 12 and a half inches wide, it's 11 and a half inches tall, and it's 10 inches deep. And for me, like I said, a 12 can cooler, this is the smallest I would dare try to get away with. I tried to go with something smaller, and quite frankly, anything smaller than the Hopper Flip 12 size is just a lunchbox. That's all it is. And where it really becomes a problem is you say, oh, it's got enough, there's enough room here for my drinks or my snacks or my food or whatever. But then you try to put ice in it, there's no room for ice. So just to show you that it really holds 12 cans, I went ahead and put 12 full cans in here. I don't ever use 12 full cans on a day on the water, but these are regular 12-ounce cans, and they're sitting on that block of Yeti ice. I could actually put another block of Yeti ice on top of it if I wanted to, and these things would say, "So cold. Be careful with the Yeti ice or other ice-like products," because I have frozen stuff. I took cans that were cold out of the refrigerator, put my Yeti ice in the bottom, then put some sort of other ice product on top, and some of my drinks actually froze in the process. So it gets them cold, and it holds 12 cans with ease. It also will hold tall boy cans, so you could get 12 tall boys in here. In fact, when it says the capacity on the website, it says it holds 13 cans. So I guess I could move this around and get a 13th in there. I don't know. 12 seems to fit perfect. So the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to really field test this Yeti Hopper on the water. And I've had this thing almost a year now. I have taken it out practically every time I go out on the water, and it is held up like a champ. In fact, it really, to me, still looks practically brand new. It's unbelievable to me how well it is held up. It is incredibly sturdy. This particular model is, the color is called Aquifer Blue. To me, it looks like a sea foam. I didn't really care that much about the color. I just went, and this was the color they had available when I went to buy one. And this color seems fine to me. But it's called Aquifer Blue. And to me, it looks more greenish, like I said, more like that sea foam color. To me, it's fine. Let me tell you kind of some of the features. One is it comes with a super durable shoulder strap. I mean, this sucker is very, very heavy duty. It's adjustable. It can get very long, and it can get pretty short. And the padding on this thing it feels like neoprene. It's a very nice, soft, comfortable padding. So if you got a lot of weight, you know, and you got to carry this thing long distance from the car to the wherever you're going, to the concert or whatever, the shoulder strap is great. Quite frankly, I don't need the shoulder strap on the kayak, so I don't use the shoulder strap while I'm out on the water. But it's incredibly strong, awesome strap. They did not skimp on the strap at all. The other thing that I like is these little D-rings that the strap attaches to. When you take the strap off, they become great tie-downs. You can strap this thing down in your kayak with these two straps. It ain't going nowhere. Now, if you look at the top has a carry handle, and this is how I carry it all the time. And you know, the first thing that goes through my mind is, well, you're putting a lot of strain and stress on the lid and on the zipper. Fully loaded, you can carry this thing around with this handle. It just does not seem to be a problem at all. The stitching is fantastic. It's super, super sturdy. In fact, they tell about the stitching in here. Double stitch carry options. Every pickup point is reinforced. Hopper can handle more weight than you'd prefer to carry, and I believe that. I bet you could weight this down heavier than you could actually pick the thing up, and the straps and everything would still be fine. It also, but if you do have a real heavy load, it's got two handles on the side that are also super durable. It's great. And there's even a handle on the back. There's literally 4 handles on this bag, plus the shoulder strap. I mean, there's multiple ways to carry this thing. So the design, the thought that went into this thing is just, it's off the charts awesome. Another thing that they're really proud of is this bag is 100% waterproof, 100% leak proof. This zipper is the best thing on the market according to them. You can see it's a very tight sealed zipper. It's awesome. I've never had any problems with it. Now, because it's waterproof and because it's super sturdy and very tightly sealed, they put a little tag on here, which I've just about worn off, that says pull hard. And you do have to pull pretty hard, I mean, to get it going. But once you get it going, it's not bad. They do give you, though, some lubricant. It's called zipper lubricant. If you need it, you just put it on the zipper itself, and that helps it open and close without incident. The insulation in this thing is, what can I say? It's Yeti reputation insulation. Am I going to do an ice test? No. Every guy under the sun who does a Yeti video wants to take it out in the sun, fill it full of ice, check for 24 hours, then 48 hours, then a week, and see how long it lasts. You guys know Yeti's reputation. It's going to hold your drinks and keep them cool all frigging day long. That's all you need to know about that. Trust me, unless you're going for a week-long excursion, your ice is going to hold up fine. I usually go out in the morning, take this thing out, I put it on my kayak, it's in the sun all day. The ice is fine all day long. The drinks are super cold. By the end of the day when I come home, anything that's left is still cold. That's all I care about. I don't care if it lasts for 7 days. That's not what this thing's designed for, in my opinion, right? It's not an expedition cooler. It's a day cooler. In fact, they call it the ultimate day cooler, like I said before. All right, so back to the insulation, though. It's a cold cell insulation, and it's the best on the market, in my opinion. The outside, this outside shell, they call it a dry hide shell. I really like the feel of it. It's very tough. It's very durable. I would like to think it's puncture resistant. I don't know that it is because I've never tried to put a knife or anything into it, but I have beat it up like crazy. It just doesn't seem to care. It just does its job. It's incredibly durable. It's fantastic, quite frankly. The other thing it has, which I've never used, and I don't see the point of it, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway, is it's got this molly webbing on both sides. And they have two accessories that you can purchase to attach to this. One is a dry bag. It's called the Molly Sidekick Dry Bag, I believe is what it's called. It's a bag that you can put your wallet, your keys, things that you want to keep dry right on the side of your cooler. Maybe something you're interested in. The other thing that they have is what they call a Molly Zinger, and it's a retractable cord. It attaches here, and then you could attach something to the cord, like a bottle opener or, I don't know, whatever you'd want on a retractable cord. Maybe a flashlight, I don't know. They also just have a metal bottle opener that fits into the webbing. And that's the one thing that maybe I could say, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe a bottle opener attached right to the bag would be good. There's probably aftermarket products as well. I don't know. I can't think what they would be. But there probably are aftermarket products that would attach to the Molly webbing also. One thing I can tell you, even though I have not used it, it's as tough and as sturdy and as well built as the rest of the bag. It's very, very good. Okay, another thing that makes this as tough as it does is you've got a lot of super heavy duty stitched seams where there needs to be stitched seams. But everything else is what they call an RF welded seam, which you can see that's what this stuff's about. And the reason they say they do that, one, is the seams are super durable, but they also point out, which I'm glad they're thinking about, is that every time you put a stitching into a bag where a needle has to go in and a thread has to go in and out, you create a possible leak point. And of course, the key is this sucker's supposed to be completely waterproof, so they weld a bunch of their seams rather than stitch them. The bag also has a little Velcro place here that if you have some sort of a patch, American flag or whatever that you'd like to stick on your bag, you can do that. The other thing is the bottom of the bag has an additional padded bottom to it that also is waterproof. It's raised slightly to keep the bottom of the bag out of the elements, and it's also super tough, very, very durable. In fact, if I were to describe this bag in a couple of words, one would be durable, incredibly durable, and the other would be tough, and the other would be cold. It keeps everything so cold. That's what I really love about it. I love to have that cold Dr. Pepper at the end of the day or during the day while I'm fishing, and this thing's just a dream. All right, another thing that I didn't do this right away. For the first, I don't know, several months, I would put my drinks in here and I would just dump ice in. Then I broke down and decided to try the Yeti ice. Incredible. This turned out to be a game changer for me. One, because I don't have to go get ice. I mean, that's the main reason. Who wants to go to the store and get ice every time you go out fishing every day? This little bad boy right here, it weighs 4 pounds. It's a rock star. It fits, it's made exactly for this bag. It fits perfectly right in the bottom of the bag, just like so. You put your 12 cans in. You can get another block of Yeti ice and put it on top if you want. Seal it up, you're done. You don't have to do anything else. That thing keeps your drinks cold all day long. It's a perfect combination. It is well worth the money in my mind. I love my Yeti ice, and I'm so glad that I bought it. Last thing I'll say about it is it has a 3-year warranty. So anything goes wrong with it the first 3 years, I assume they're going to replace it or repair it. I have not had that problem, and I really will be surprised if within the first 3 years it really falls apart. Probably the most vulnerable point to this bag, in my opinion, is the hinge, because it's it's just part of the. It's not a real hinge. The lid comes up, and every time you open, it bends your bag. They do have some reinforced, looks like some sort of tape on here, and then they do have a seam for the handle that's welded on the back there. But this is the point where I thought I would start seeing some vulnerability, and after a year's use, it still looks perfect. So I couldn't be happier with this bag. And I know I just sound probably too overly excited about it, but it's an awesome, awesome cooler. And I'm not interested in anything else now. Now that I've had it, I've used it for a year, I'm going to take it with me every time I hit the water. It's small enough and compact enough that it's easy to carry if you're bank fishing. It fits great in the back of a car. It fits great in your trunk. It fits great behind the seat. It fits perfectly in your tank well of your kayak. I can't think of anything bad to say about it, quite frankly. Maybe the price, $250, but I could probably use this thing for 20 years. I feel like it's money well spent, quite frankly. I really, really recommend the Hopper Flip 12. If you're gonna, especially, even if you're not a fisherman, just any kind of outdoor activity, it's perfect for a day trip. It's a great day trip cooler, exactly like they say it, and it's also a fisherman's friend for sure. Hopefully that was helpful and informative. If so, please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. Until next time, this is Mr. Bass. Happy fishing!